Remember that negative doesn't distribute into this before the squaring. The negative's going to come at the very, very end. So I'm just going to leave that outside, and I'm going to go ahead and apply the rules for a binomial square. The rules for a binomial square are you square the first term, so we square the 5, square the x. Then we take the product of these two terms, the difference, or the two terms that are being subtracted here, and we double that. So 5x times a negative 2 is negative 10x. Double that gives you negative 20x. And then we're going to take the last term and square it. Negative 2 squared is a plus 4. So that's our binomial square expansion. The only thing that remains is to distribute this negative through each of the terms. So we change the sign of each of these three terms, and that's going to give us our solution. All right, the binomial cube. Again, it has a pattern associated with it that you need to be aware of. If you recall, the binomial cube pattern is 1, 3, 3, 1. Right, if you forget that, you can recreate the Pascal's triangle. 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 3, 3, 1, just by adding the consecutive terms above. Right, and so what we can do is take our first term, which is 2x, and if we start with that working from left to right, with the highest power 3, reduce the power to 2, to 1, to 0. And then coming back the other direction, again, I'm going to begin with pluses on each of these. We take the second term, which the sign is included, so negative 5. And we're going to work that way from right to left with the highest power 3, 2, 1, 0. We leave it off this final. And now all we need to do is simplify what we have here. So we cube the 2, cube the x. Here we square the 2x, so we square the 2, square the x. And we get 4 times the negative 5 is negative 20 times 3 is negative 60, and then the x squared. Here we square the negative 5 because it becomes a positive 25. You get 25 times 2 is 50. 50 times positive 3 is positive 150, and then the x carries along. And then finally we cube the base negative 5. It is still going to be a negative, so we get negative 125. And this would be your expanded form for this second problem. All right, the final problem has radicals in it, but what we should recognize is this is the difference, the sum and difference of terms. And the expansion rule for that is it expands into the first term squared minus the second term squared. The outer and inner products in a FOIL are going to be exact opposites, so they'll cancel. So if we take the first term, 4 root 3, and square it, minus the second term, 2, squared, and then just simplify what we have. Remember, we have to square both parts of this number. So 4 squared is 16, root 3 squared is 3, 2 squared is 4. So you get 3 times 16. If you think about 3 times 10 is 30, 3 times 6 is 18, 30 plus 18 is 48, minus 4, and when you simplify or combine those, you get your final answer, 44.